Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Costa here, aka JediBro95, coming at you guys with a Madden 22 beta discussion video. Now, I did get my hands on the Madden 22 beta. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys will have seen that I was righteously pissed off yesterday about the fact, or today, because it's 11:04 by the time I'm recording this video, but I was righteously pissed off about the fact that I actually signed up for the Madden 21 beta, and I didn't get my fucking code until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that was fun. But, you know, it kind of worked out, because I didn't get home until 4 o'clock, but it's just the fact that I was upset about because people who weren't getting codes were getting codes. But yet, I had to go fucking run around running like a chicken with my head cut off basically the entire day until someone gave me the code. Shout out to Trumpet Monkey, by the way, for being generous enough to give me a code. I will link his channel in the description. So if you want to go check him out, please go give him a follow, because this would not be possible without him. But that being said, I want to talk about Madden 22 beta. Now, for reasons related to EA's terms of service, I cannot show you gameplay or even screenshots for that matter, but I can discuss the game with you. So with that being said, let me get into some things that I did like, to some things that I did not like, things I have concerns over that I think might be pretty bad, and things that I think with a little bit of tweaking could be very great. Now, the first thing on this list I want to talk about is the momentum meter. You know, the momentum meter. A lot of people were talking, once they learned about the momentum meter and stuff like that, basically, how is it? Honestly, it's fine. It's not broken. Like, you could definitely, have fun with the meter and shit like that. It's like if you start beating down on an opponent, like, you're just no match for an opponent. Obviously, the difference is going to be, like, you're going to be given more of an advantage, than other players. And I think that's really good. It creates a bit of a skill gap there to fill up the meter, because you have to be really good and you have to be dominating your opponent to truly get to to fill up the meter. Now, each team individually has their own separate home, like for example, like the meter consists of 5 things. Okay, you have the 2 for the away team, then you have the middle for the home team, then you have 2 other abilities for the home team. The middle ability is different for each team, and I'll talk about what those are come tomorrow's video. I will talk about those and just basically explain what they are in each team order. And then you just continue to fill up the meter to the very end. And then you'll get, like, different abilities. Like, for example, you get to, mess with people's play art. You can get catching. You can get catch bonuses. You can make audibles potentially not work. You can zone out players to where they can't get their X Factors or X Factor activated. So it's just a really cool touch to see. And I want to see how this is going to work in-game when we hit online, when the game fully comes out. Now, I'm not playing Madden Ultimate Team Online just because I don't like the playbook of the Bucks. Truly speaking, I don't like the Buccaneers playbook. I would rather use the Seahawks or, like, the Patriots playbook or whatever. And unfortunately, I can't get my hands on that, so I'm not really going to rock Ultimate Team. So I'm probably just going to play a bunch of regular head-to-heads offline, maybe even online. Although I heard some people say that Tyreek Hill was pretty busted online, so that's a little terrifying. But then again, he's Tyreek Hill. He's the fastest human being in the NBA. NFL. Why did I say NBA? What the fuck? It's been a long day, guys. It truly has been. So I think that's really great. I do think that with, as long as it's not, like, broken to the point where you have, certain people abusing one specific type of ability, a specific type of stadium, I'm okay with it being a thing. Next thing that I really do like, and we're focusing now on some presentation things. The first thing that I did notice when I was playing the game that I really loved was that when you're playing on the road and the home team starts gaining momentum, if once the noise starts to pick up, you actually see the quarterback hold and, like, muffle his helmet next to his ears to try and hear the coordinator. That I love. I love that in this game, in Madden 22, because it makes it more of like a realistic, it gives it more life to the game. You know, one of the things that I didn't like, as you see right here with the play calling and whatnot, you know, everybody's all chill, high five, and, you know, good play, guys, good play, la di da di da. But, you know, like in this time, now you got like people, you know, holding their headphones like they're trying to, you know, the headset in their ear, like they're trying to hear, like it's really hard to hear and shit. So, you know, I really do like that. I think it is something that, you know, they should keep in. I hope they don't get rid of it. I like that feature. That little bits and pieces of presentation. Another presentation thing that I did absolutely like as well was that when the ref goes to announce a play, like a penalty or an infraction, you actually hear him in the stadium. I love that as well because, again, it gives more life to the game and makes it feel more realistic to the actual NFL. And even though there's still no refs on the field, even though there's still no coin toss, it's a step closer, right? It's a step closer to where hopefully we can get to Madden 23, where we actually see people, you know, on the field, like the refs on the field, or maybe even at the beginning of the game, refs doing the coin toss. You know, we're getting there, and I like it. Next thing for presentation I do want to talk about that I actually really enjoyed was more of an like more so based around the movement system. The movement system in a next gen version, it's better, okay? Like it's not it's if I could describe it, it's a hybrid between current gen and next gen. And to be honest, I'm okay with that. I don't like the fact that people in current gen were running around with cokehead speed. I hated that. It was so annoying. But I also didn't like the fact that people moved so slow in terms of the movement in next gen. So they came together for a happy balance, and to be honest, I like it. And not everybody has the same run animations too. Like some people hold the ball closer to their chest. Some people, like the quarterback carrying now, instead of holding the ball like Micheal Vick used to do, now they actually hold the ball like a normal player and they run like that instead of holding the ball like Mike. So I actually like that. I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah, basically that's it for that one. So that was also pretty great. Next thing for great is the play, for me anyways, the play calling on Madden 22 is the same as Madden 21. And I like the play calling on Madden 21. I like where the playbook is. I like how it looks, to be honest, because it does look pretty good. You know, you actually get to see the full play art, you know, and it's not like you got to go through like a whole complicated like menu or something like that. At least to me it was a little complicated. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I never got used to it. But you know, it's a simple menu. Like you want to change, you go into a formation, you click it, and then you want to change, you know, formations on the fly. You just go click, click, click on the left RB or L1 and R1, and you just pick the play that way. And I like it. You know, it's it's just something I really liked in the next gen 2K, Madden 21. I almost said 2K. It's something I really did like in Madden 21 next gen, and I'm glad that it stays in Madden 21. Madden 22, I mean. Now, let's get into some of the things I did not like. First of all, my Ultimate Team right now is very bare bones, but it's to be understood because right now, Ultimate Team, you know, there's nothing really for content to be released, right? Like, there's no real, like, packs to really open. There's really, like, nothing of that sort. So, you know, I'm okay with that. And, you know, hopefully the content in 22 is just as good as it was this year in 21, if not better. I think that would be fantastic. But another thing I didn't like, and this was something that I truly did not like, at least this is how it is in the beta, but with Madden Ultimate Team, X Factors now count as ability points again. I hope to goodness that they get rid of that and they put it back to what it was in Madden 21. You know, separating X Factors and ability points from ability points. I think that was sweet what they did. You know, allowing you to have X factors on certain players and having abilities on others, because it allowed you to be more diverse with your setups, right? Like it allowed you to be like, okay, well, we could just put a freight train on this guy. He's my power runner. You could just put freight train on this guy. You don't have to worry about putting abilities on him. But then you could just put abilities on another guy and be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Or you could just do best of both. You know, I think that was pretty cool the way they did it that in 21, and I hope they go back to it. Also, the Deadeye ability. Well, first of all, obviously, X factors and abilities. They're staying in the game as predicted. I have no problem with them staying in the game as long as they're not broken. As long as EA can find a happy medium between good or great abilities and not so great abilities. But the Deadeye abilities were the ones that I wanted to see go, and unfortunately, it does seem like they're all back. I think I did see crossbody, no look Deadeye, crossbody Deadeye, same shit. Dashing Deadeye, I did see pocket, inside. No, what was the other one? Long range. I did see all of those. Also, I did not see Deflator. I think they took Deflator out of the game, which I don't know how to feel about that. I think Deflator was fine in and of itself. Personally, I think Deflator was okay. But you know, I guess they took it out of the game. I don't know why. Also, Most as an X Factor is returned. Now, for those of you that did not play Madden 20, now I did a little bit. So I played it with my friends on the PlayStation 4. So I knew what Most was. Basically, it allowed you to catch any deep ball pass of up to, I think it was 50 yards in the game in 20. I think it was like 50-yard catches, and you could catch them no problem. Like, you had, like, it didn't matter. I think it didn't matter the coverage and who was playing you. You definitely caught the ball no matter what. That's a little concerning to me because, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see people chucking deep balls and then catching the ball over 5-6 people. Like, no thank you. That's a broken controller guaranteed, I promise you. So, yeah, please make sure, if you're going to keep it in the game, which I don't think you should, at least let us, at least make it not overpowered, like, make it to where, like, if it's in single coverage, I'm okay with that. But if it's like double covered or triple covered, depending on who's covering you, yeah, that should be a drop. That should be a drop. And speaking of drops, wide receiver dropping passes is a problem again. Now, again, this is a beta. Now, I don't know if they're going to change this as well as the whole Moth thing. Personally, this is another one I hope they do keep. Personally, I hope this is one they change. Just make it so that way, great receivers that have high catches in traffic obviously catch the ball much quicker. And it's not like we're doing contested catches animations. We're talking like just a guy in the airspace of somebody and he drops the ball. Like, that to me is, like if a guy's just in the airspace, he'll drop it. And I'm not a fan of that. That's one thing that pissed me off about Madden 21 at the very beginning of the year, or at least when I first came to Xbox on the next gen version. That's one thing that ticked me off, was the fact that people were dropping passes left, right, and center. Just so frustrating. I remember having to, in franchise mode, I had to bring my wide receiver catching up to like an 80 just to make sure that they were consistently catching the ball when they were open. That's how fucking bad it was. So I hope they fix it. Another thing they hopefully will fix, and this is also concerning to me, middle linebackers do not animate again. Earlier I was playing against the Chargers, and I had Bobby Wagner on a deep pass because I was using the Seahawks playbook, and they have one of those plays they have for their defense is a deep zone for the middle linebacker, and he actually threw it to my direction, but I went to go try to catch it with Bobby, and he didn't go up for it. So I hope they fix that, please. I don't want another year of middle linebackers being absolutely useless, because that's just ridiculous to me. Like, great, you should be able to You should be able to use your middle linebackers if possible, and they shouldn't need lurker either. Like, okay, I get it. You want people to spend AP on lurker, but lurker should be one of those abilities that takes your linebacker from a good user to a great user, not to make him a serviceable player on the field. So please fix that, EA. I hope you do. I might play around with the Seahawks in a franchise mode and see if I could change Bobby Wagner's abilities to get lurker on him, and then see if he'll get the animations that way. But as it stands right now, it is not looking like the middle linebackers are going to be usable. And it's a shame, because they should be usable in this game. Truthfully speaking, they should be usable. Anyways, the next thing that I actually did find really good was the graphics. The graphics are still pretty nice. they're a little improved from Madden 21 next gen, but it's not truly any different. But you know, you can't really do much of difference when it comes to the graphics department without making it look like incredible. You know, like they still look great. You know, the graphics still look pretty great on the new gen version of the of Madden. Also what was the thing I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, franchise mode, they did fix it. They do have a lot of new things in the franchise mode as promised. I don't want to delve too deep into it because, you know, it's been talked about already. But you do have coaching staff that you can hire or fire. You do have coordinators you can hire or fire. You can use level points to upgrade the coaches. Like everything that they talked about, that is something that is going to be in Madden 21, Madden 22, and yay, because that was something that was needed. Pardon me. Now the next thing that has me concerned a little bit, and it's just a little bit, is deep zones. Now they talked about deep zones in the gridiron notes. They talked about the fact that right now deep zones aren't really that great. And I hope they do address them because deep zones, like, I don't want to be getting bombed over the top every single play. Like that would just be ridiculous to me. I shouldn't, you know, that shouldn't be a thing consistently. Like you should get bombed over the top once in a while, fine. But I do think like every play that might be a bit much. So please address those. That would also be great. And with that, I think that is all I wanted to talk about with the Madden 20. Oh yeah, no, one last thing that did catch my eye that I really did enjoy: tackling in Madden 22. It is a lot better. It's much more fluid. The hit sticks do feel a lot more fluid as well. The radius of people getting tackles is also increased a little bit too. You know, you make a dive tackle and they actually like lunge for the dive tackle. Also, I've seen new tackle animations. I saw one, I don't know if it was me. I think it was me playing the game. I saw one where a guy would get a tackle and he actually did a German suplex on the guy. I thought it was hilarious. So, but with that, guys, that is going to wrap up day one of me on the Madden 22 beta and what I think of it so far. I'll probably do another one in a few days, just because I do want to talk about the home field advantage, like X Factor abilities and stuff like that. Or not X Factors, the home field advantage ability, like what did each team get for those. But anyways, guys, I'll let you guys know in a few days if there's anything else I do like or don't like in the beta and what I want to see changed. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button if you guys want to hear me talk about more Madden 22 content as well. Subscribe if you guys are new. And that's it. I'm out. Peace.